if you're not passionate about it, it doesn't get you through the bad weeks or the bad months or the bad years. You have to love what you do. I know this,
Mhm.
you've seen this, and we've read about this all the time. People say that having passion for your business is overrated and it's BS of following your passion. And I'm sorry, but you and I are both living examples
Yep.
of we succeeded because we had passion first. But we weren't stupid. Like we made sure though that we put actual business principles behind our passion. It wasn't just like, oh, we love what we do and we're just gonna hope it all works out. No, like you said, you worked your butt off and you were doing two
Yeah.
jobs at the same time, but you had so much. I always say, like, thank goodness you and I both did this in our 20s because you have so much gas in the tank. And you mentioned you said the word naive twice. I caught it.
Oh,
And
I need to practice. Practicing your self-talk is super important too. So thank you for
it
pointing
was
that out.
brilliant though. No, it was brilliant because we were both of us, I keep saying both. I truly everything you're saying like resonates with my
Oh,
life.
I love that.
Being naive starting out actually is to our benefit because if okay, come on. If you knew all the pain that you were going to endure before you did it, would you really do it? No, probably not.
Right.
So it actually helps when we start out being naive because we don't know what we don't know and we just go, go, go. That's why so many people fail at doing a second business because they remember all of the pain of the first business and like, I don't want to relive this all over again. I remember how much it took and how hard it took, all
Yeah.
those hours. And you start questioning whether you have the same energy and stuff. So no, I think, Katie, to your benefit, this is what helps you also relate to your franchisees. Because I imagine that many of your franchise owners, and you have 10 franchises open, you have another 12 that are going to be open, you got 4 company locations, but I imagine a
Yep.
lot of your franchisees are first time business owners.
Nearly all of them. Right now in our system, most of the owners are started as friends, family, clients, former employees.
Okay.
So we are still very much a big family. And there are pros and cons. I mean, there are so many benefits to the fact that we had these relationships ahead of time, and how do you set boundaries and kind of navigate this new, kind of the new roles and responsibilities and setting the expectations. In addition, many of our owner groups are husband wife partnerships,
Okay.
and that's just I don't care who you are or how strong your marriage is, it can be challenging, and so we're very much all in it together.
Right.
But a lot of what I talk to my team about, a lot of what I'm working right now is continuing to build my team and hiring for people who are smarter than me or more experienced than me,
Great.
especially in the franchising space. And that's where, you know, it's important for me to be authentic and vulnerable. We are emerging. We are new to this space.
Hmm.
We need help. Absolutely. Do I know my culture and my brand? And, is the passion there? Absolutely. But, we need to figure out how to kind of navigate and balance both. And so with our owners, a lot of what I focus on with them outside of sales and ops and compliance and all of that is just checking in on, like, how is your well-being? Is your
Yeah.
cup full? What are you doing for yourself? Because it all starts at the top. And I ask them to hold me accountable as well. I'm a new mother. I Since I began franchising, I got married. I have a 2-year-old daughter.
Congrats.
I'm pregnant again with a little boy on the
Oh,
way. And so even for me, I have this career in this business that is growing and I love it and it deserves so much of my attention.
hmm.
And I'm growing my family. So, it starts with me and then trickles down to those owners, and then how are they managing their teams? And ultimately, culture is huge for us. And
Hmm.
I really pride our team and the people that we hire. And I really think that's why we've been successful is our clients, people feel energy, and they're coming to us for so much more than just the IV. They love the IV. It makes them feel better. We know there are benefits, but just the experience of being in our environments with our people, those are our like main differentiators, in my opinion.
Sure. I just think when you first started this Hydrate IV bar, you thought you were getting into the IV business because there was this need and there was this gap where there wasn't enough places out there. Little did you know that you are really in the business of obviously making people successful and profitable and all that, but you are helping the wellness of your franchise owners as well, not just the customers. You've stumbled on it that you're really more about the wellness of your entire universe, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm so fortunate that you're right. It has snowballed into something so much bigger. And I think this goes back to just aligning with your passion, because 8 years later, here we are. And if I'm having a hard day, what makes me feel better is I love doing podcasts. I love talking about the business. It does fill my cup because it just makes me so proud and energized. But other times I get away from my computer, get inside my spot and just sit there, get a service myself, kick my feet up, see the people coming in and out, the smiles. And, our nurses, these are incredibly, experienced professional nurses, most of which work in the emergency rooms or ICU. I have some nurses who work, flight for life on helicopters. For them to be able to pivot and have an opportunity to still use their skill sets in a completely different environment where the clients are, showing so much gratitude, and it's almost always just smiles and feel good. And so they're so grateful for the opportunity too. And I had no idea how gratifying that would be.
Thank you for tuning into the Emerging Franchise Brands podcast. For additional insights, guest applications, and to stay connected, visit us at efbpodcast.com. The Emerging Franchise Brands podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed do not necessarily represent those of Emerging Franchise Brands, its host Frank Fiume, or Emerging Franchise Group, LLC. Any discussed franchise or investment opportunity requires thorough investigation, obtaining proper disclosure documents, and expert consultation before making any investment decisions. The podcast and its host do not offer professional advice or endorsements, and they hold no responsibility for actions, representations, accuracy, or consequential damages related to the podcast content.